Okay, so I've prepared the salmon. I've got my rice boiling, and I know ideally I would have a rice cooker. Everyone uses their rice cooker from all of the videos I've seen. But I do not have a rice cooker. I would really like to buy one, please, actually, because I know that rice cookers are great, and they make rice taste so different. It's crazy that a different technique can completely change the taste of something. Okay, in the video I watched, she cut it a very specific way. It broke, but I'm gonna do it with this bit, okay? So what she did was she cut it onto her hand like this. And this is like, oh, it looks so satisfying. Okay, I'm really butchering this. How did I do? Look at those little cubes. The way they cooked the salmon was actually on the hob with greaseproof parchment. And I've never cooked salmon that way before, but it looks like it gets much crisper and much nicer. So we've got a very busy hob at the moment. We've got our rice, we've got our miso soup getting ready, and the salmon, which is gonna go here. Okay, miso soup is done. The salmon is cooking, the rice is cooking. This salmon smells amazing. It literally smells incredible. I feel like I'm only ever gonna fry my fish like this from now on. Okay, now we're about to do the most important part. From the videos I saw, this is literally like the fundamental thing for all Japanese breakfast, and it's called, sorry if I butcher the name, tamagoyaki. And it's basically like egg rolled up. However, they use a special rectangular pan, but I obviously, again, don't have that rectangular pan, so I'm guessing I'm gonna not make it properly, but I'm gonna give my best shot. They're pros and they use chopsticks to fold it, but I'm not a pro yet, so I'm just gonna give it a go as it is. Oh my gosh, I did it! Look at that! I've got a proper roll! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, Grace. I did it! Look at that! Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. Okay, look at this breakfast. So we have got the egg, which I have to cut to see if I've properly rolled it. We've got rice, we've got the salmon, and we've got miso soup, which is probably the most balanced breakfast I've ever had in my life. It's got everything in there. The only thing oh no, it does have the vegetables in the miso soup. Kind of. Mr. Egg roll. I followed a recipe for how to make authentic Japanese rice, and I have to say, it does taste different. It tastes really good. What the heck? That salmon is beautiful. That sauce thing has gone caramelly. Oh my days, if I could have this for breakfast every day, I would be made up. Now, I don't actually know if they have all of this for breakfast every day. If you're from Japan, or you've got family from Japan, please let me know, because it took quite a lot of time. But obviously the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and the more you get the timings down. It's flipping amazing. I don't think I've ever had salmon that good, even like from a restaurant. This is great. I feel like I'm having a breakfast buffet. It's so balanced as well. Okay, it just tastes like scrambled egg. One of the benefits of the egg is that you can cut it up and have it for lunch in your bento box if you don't eat it all. And the last thing I need to try is my miso soup. I'm not the biggest fan of miso soup, I think, but I got to try it. This is like had with every meal from my research. That's actually quite nice.
What was a nice breakfast?
No, this miso soup. I thought I didn't like it. So for lunchtime, I was inspired by this video, which is called From Where We Live. I made a lunch, and it's like authentic Japanese lunch. So I'm gonna be following that recipe. They use this fish called mirin. No, it's called not mirin.
Mahi-mahi.
It's really small.
Oh, that's a
I don't know. Anyway, but they use this fish, but I have not been able to find it anywhere. So I'm gonna omit the fish, but they said you can do that in the video, so. Okay, here is lunch. It is the fried rice that they had in that video. Obviously, normally people would have a bento box for lunch, but I have, obviously, I've taken some inspiration from different YouTube videos, and this video had a lot of comments saying, oh yeah, I have this for lunch and whatnot. So I was like, it's clearly a Japanese dish. They have quite a lot, so I'm gonna give it a try. No.
Might have some.
And for pudding, I found this.
So this is Japanese?
Yeah, Japanese
Wow.
people in a day. Well, they have bento boxes as well.
Oh, the little
With like the little different assortment of things. But maybe I'll save that for another video. Making
Japanese
bento
food
box.
was more seafood orientated.
Oh yeah.
Like
I've got
squid,
seafood
snapper.
I had seafood for breakfast. The breakfast is very like, there's loads of different things. And then for dinner I've also got seafood. But then this video, I wanted to make a video that like as a normal lunch. Dessert was the most different out of all of the meals, from traditional UK desserts and Japanese desserts. They had a lot of things that I could not get my hands on, and lots of them use red bean paste, I believe it is, and they are all so varying. I highly recommend you go and have a look at traditional Japanese desserts, because I only could make 2 with the ingredients that I could find, so, which is in this video, but go and have a look. They're very, very different from British, and I would love to try some. Okay, for dinner I have 3 different components, because that's what I found that a lot of the Japanese recipe, like what I eat things, had in them. So the first component is, I have no idea how you pronounce it, Nikijaga. How do you say it? I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Which is basically a beef and potato stew. And all of the recipes that I've been using today have sake and sake and mirin in. And I think I like the flavour of mirin because that was on the salmon, and I love the salmon. I've never had mirin before. I'm also going to make this cucumber salad, which I'm not the biggest fan of cucumber, but it was coming up on a lot of the recipes again. So here we have dinner. We have got the beef stew here. It's quite a big bowl, but it isn't that big. We've got the beef stew, the cucumber salad thing, and the mackerel to try. So, well actually, it's not trying the mackerel because I've had mackerel before, so that's not going to be exciting. Just tastes like a beef stew, to be honest, like one my nan would make. Now for the cucumber salad, I'm just going to try it. Kind of like how it's loads of dishes. It's like tapas. And you've got like a mixture of things. And I get bored when I eat things. Whereas this way I can shake it up. Do you know what I mean? It's supposed to be really thin, that's what it said, but I couldn't do much thinner.
No, you know like in Instant wrap, how you get it like really thin, long strip.
Yeah, I was trying to work out how it meant. So I finished my stew and kind of finished the cucumbers, but obviously I'm not a big cucumber gal. Now I'm gonna eat my fish. And everyone is annoyed at me because it stinks in the house now.
Stinks, it's beyond stinky.
Too potent. What
No,
fish
it's
is
too
it?
potent.
Mackerel.
I stink.
That's mackerel. I would never have said that was mackerel.
And try some.
It's probably
Just
nice,
open the
but
windows for a bit, Grace, because it's very bonky.
Yeah. So I'm about to try the Castella cake now. It was basically eggs. It's a very light cake. So I'm intrigued to try it.
like me.
So this is the sponge. We're gonna give
I've
it a
got an
go.
account, I just don't use it.
God, I think you'll like this. Quite nice though. The best. My favourite thing about today was the breakfast because there was so much and it was so varied. But breakfast is interesting because they don't use many herbs and spices. They mainly use saucy things like the mirin, the sake. That. Oh yeah, I do like this cake actually. Oh yeah. I must really like this cake because I've just eaten that whole bit right here. Which I don't think the Japanese would do. I feel like they're very self-controlled, so what can I say? So after a day of eating Japanese food, I've learned a lot and I've really enjoyed myself. I definitely want to do this with more cultures or do Japan again because obviously there is a lot to cover. Those 3 meals are not going to cover every food in Japan. There are so many different parts within the Japanese culture of different foods and different ways of cooking and different things. And that's why I think these videos are so fun because you're really learning about other people. We can be so stuck in a rut with like how we live and eating the same food every day when there is so much out there. So I hope you have enjoyed. If there is a specific culture, if you're from Japan and I did something a little bit wrong or I didn't do it right, please let me know nicely in the comments because obviously I'm not from Japan. I don't know how to do this and I was just going off of what I read online, but I still had such a fun time. Definitely the salmon was such a highlight for me. 10 out of 10 for that salmon. The main thing I took away from it was the variation and the size of the meals. They're very like lots of little things, which I think is very different from British culture because we have like one big portion, and whereas I actually really liked having lots of little bits and it was so much more balanced than the British diet of just like carbs and meat. Do you know what I mean? There was like a little bit of everything. Hope you've enjoyed. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Peace out.